to call for a vote on the approval of the Charter of the United Nations
for every member of the human family.
From 1945 to 2025, the United Nations has been committed to maintaining international peace and security, developing friendly relations among nations, solving international problems, and encouraging respect for human rights. Is this path harder now than it was 80 years ago? The answer, it depends. It depends on devotion, ambition, courage, persistence, and in hopefulness. 8 decades of service, a future worth fighting for.
Hello. I'm so happy to be with you here today. So many years ago, before any of you was born, I was in this school. My name is Robi娜Kolok, a former refugee child, now working for an organization that supports and takes care of people who are walking the same journey as I did some years back. Thank you for the hug.
In January 1990, war broke out in the town in southern Sudan where Robiná and her family lived, forcing them to flee to Uganda.
I actually have a vivid memory of my mom in a stream, and they were washing clothes, and at some point they grabbed us, the children, and we went. There were army guys at the back trying to chase them, and then we were crossing into Uganda, and some of the children would have the soles of their feet actually come out because of walking, so the parents will have to carry those ones. The people around gave us beans, so since there was no way to cook it, one of my older cousins, she pounded it and then made it into some kind of like meatballs and boiled it and with salt. I can't forget that. That was really terrible food.
Witnessing their plight, Robiná's aunt, who resided in Nairobi, took them in and brought them to the capital of Kenya.
We lived in a Kenyan slum, corrugated iron sheet-made houses. And then it gets very cold in the night, it's very hot during the day. I think it was a two-bedroom house. At one time, we were almost 20 people sleeping in that house.
Soon, Robiná's mother received a pivotal certificate.
This is my letter from UNHCR to stay as an urban refugee in Nairobi. I have 2 dependents, my daughter and my nephew. It's different from the normal life because when you are in your own country, you know where to go, you know where to get resources and so on. But here, you have to struggle to look for money for rent, feeding the children, taking them to school. She used to go to school without lunch. Nothing, there was nothing.
To help alleviate the immense strain on the mother and daughter, UNHCR provided a lifeline, sponsoring Robiná's education.
And the teachers made sure they put me on what they call some kind of a bursary program where they would give me free meals so that I would not starve. That I really appreciate until now. Sorry.
All that kindness planted a seed that ultimately blossomed after Robiná witnessed her mother working for the World Food Program.
They would distribute food. I think it was wheat or something, a bag of wheat, at least give a family a meal on a particular day. The happiness that the families would, with the gratitude, the excitement of having at least a meal, that really stuck with me.
Starting from a UN volunteer with UNHCR in 2007, Robiná was later deployed to Ethiopia and Kenya, mainly managing emergency response operations. With the aim of bringing decision-making closer to the point of delivery, UNHCR in 2019 opened its Regional Bureau for the East, Horn of Africa, and Great Lakes region. Now, Robina serves as its senior procurement officer.
We are off to our third warehouse location. It's just a few minutes from here, 2 minutes. Welcome to the warehouse.
These are sleeping mats, are recycled.
Okay.
And the total quantity?
33,600.
Okay, great. Yeah. In the warehouse, we have kitchen sets, we have blankets, we have sleeping mats, we have tents for families, we have tarpaulins. So basically something to set up a family. We respond to a total of 11 countries under the Eastern Horn. And at any given time, you'll find that we have more than 4 countries that would be going through an emergency situation. We need to be able to respond in 72 hours maximum. I might not carry the blanket myself to the field, but for me to be able to make sure that that blanket gets to the field on time, like a family has something to cover themselves or the tent or something, I would like to believe that I have touched quite a number of lives.
For decades, Robina has been a cherished colleague, admired for her intellect and reliability, but truly valued for her empathy.
To understand the assistance you're providing and what kind of impact that is having on those refugees, you would be able to understand only if you went through the similar situation or the same situation.
Along with seeing refugees suffer, UNHCR staff must overcome other challenges. According to the Aid Worker Security Database, there were 599 major attacks against aid workers in 2024, including airstrikes, assaults, explosions, kidnappings, and shootings, causing 383 deaths, 308 injuries, while 125 people were kidnapped.
Of course there is fear, but you also know that it comes with a job.
New threats are also emerging. In June of 2025, UNHCR announced it was cutting global staffing costs by about 30%. Nearly 3,500 permanent positions and hundreds of temporary jobs have been terminated. Some offices have been closed or downsized.
We've seen funding in this region decrease this year by almost half, about 47%. And so again, that has implications across the board. We do have health clinics that have been shutting down, schools that have been closing because they're unable to pay the teachers.
UNHCR seeks more sustainable solutions as it faces increasingly complex situations. The 1951 Refugee Convention enshrines the right to work for refugees. Building on this foundation, the UN General Assembly adopted the Global Compact on Refugees in 2018, making the improvement of refugees' self-reliance one of its 4 key objectives.
If you ask me, what is the ultimate aim of protection and solution? It's about the individual to be able to take care of herself or himself. For example, in Kenya, there is a new Refugees Act 2021, and we are doing it with the World Bank, with IFC, with banks like Equity Bank, and several organizations, so that the refugees and their host populations can be able, for example, to open a bank account.
To link self-reliant refugees to markets, in 2018, UNHCR initiated a program called Made 51.
I go through training supported by UNHCR, how to start a business, product development. When we have order from Made 51, average one person can get 8,000 Kenya shilling. For one person, if we can get 40,000, will be enough because you pay rent, you pay school fees, then food.
Hey,
Under such encouragement, refugees in Kenya also began to organize self-help groups.
The women here remind me more or less of my mom, of not only mothers trying to provide, but the struggles of a mother in a foreign country trying to provide for her family. Let me show you. Look at this, very beautiful, made by refugees. I think it's a change to more of self-reliance, yeah? Being able to do things for yourself brings dignity, yeah? Instead of having to wait for handouts.
UNHCR now operates in 137 countries worldwide, supporting nearly 130 million forcibly displaced and stateless people.
So I say that the work of UNHCR is very crucial. I am a living example. I am a sign of hope. I started working with the humanitarian world from 2007. That's how many years? 18 years. Oh my God, that's a lot. No regrets at all. No regrets. Pigia kama ninaambiwa nikichenda napiga simu. Sasa nikakupigia simu ukweli.
手同行，共创。